Failing my weapon handling test literally got me back tube, and at that point I literally thought my army career was over. So with me, I take a lot longer learning things. So I think we did the SAE, so 2 weeks of like this signing shit and like this admin. And do you know what? Over the last couple of days, I started getting grasp of it a little bit, but not like everyone else was like pretty much. They knew how to do it blindfolded and everything, but me, I just take longer learning things. So I know I was going to struggle with this before I even did it. It was frustrating as well because all I wanted to do was be a soldier and I couldn't even understand how to like take the weapon apart. I understood like different parts of the rifle, but I didn't understand the drills. So basically you get drills like NSP, normal safety precautions. So every time you pick up a rifle, you do safety catch, change lever, sights, and then you check if there's any rounds. And even with that, the simplest drill, I would not understand that. Even with stoppage drills, I wouldn't understand anything. I was literally so upset when I failed this test. I remember when I got back tubed after the 6th time, it was 6th or 7th, I don't fucking know, I forgot now. And I basically got put out of that training, so they carried on training after that because they had live ranges that week after, and they carried on training, but I had to get back and put in a holding platoon. So I was actually there for a lot longer than my actual old platoon, but I was in a holding platoon what weren't going nowhere, what was basically teaching me how to like get grasp of the SAE basically. Other people in there for different things, so people in there for medical, if they're unfit or if they were failing stuff as well. And I just remember calling my mum that day when I was in that platoon. I was in there for like a week now. I was like, Mum, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to leave, and I was just so upset. But do you know what? I stuck through with it, and I'm so happy I did. I remember my mum saying, "You got this fight now, so you might as well." And that did keep me going, to be fair. Don't get sad when you don't know something. Like, I always get into this childhood mindset. I remember just being in class, not knowing something, and like get really frustrated and upset with myself. But like, when you start, no one knows anything. You understand what I'm saying? So why are you gonna get upset and frustrated and go back into that childhood mind being like, oh, I don't understand it, and get frustrated? It's like, no, just take a breath and literally just go and give it more effort. And also, this is a big tactic, so you're going to be getting lock inspections every single day. I don't know why, but I always wanted my wardrobe to be perfect and everything like this, but don't worry, let your wardrobe even get trashed a little, but just focus on that weapon system, because they'll give you booklets, basically, like the different drills, and they'll even give you fake rifles to practice like the test. And I would say like, get a couple of you who's not that confident, or get someone who's really confident, because I'm telling you, someone in your troop will have gone through training before, or they were actually a soldier and they just rejoined. Tell them to go through the drills with you and literally go through it slow time with them on the, I forgot what they're called, but they're basically like rubber rifles, A3s, that's what they're called, A3s. And just go through that and stop like being like, oh yeah, I need my wardrobe at this day. It's like, no, that can wait. That can get better in other weeks to come, but like, you need to understand this as an 80, because you don't want to get backtracked, do you? So there's no such thing as a stupid question. People still today, like if I ask a question, let's say the actual army, they'll be like, that's a stupid question. But it's like, there's no such thing as a stupid question. This is a stupid answer. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, if you ask a question and if some other people thought it was dumb, do you know how many other people in that class actually thought, I was thinking the same thing? But there was that one guy who was like, well, that was fucking stupid, but probably even that guy was wondering the same thing. So there's no such thing as a stupid question. Always ask that question. And how do I know this will all work? So I've been in the army for like 2 years now. Literally a year in the actual army. I joined the army a year ago. With training and everything, it adds up to a year. So been in the army 2 years. And I failed that shit 6 times. I'm telling you, I know that weapon system. I generally do. We did a weapon handling test probably 6 months ago, and I haven't touched a weapon system in ages. I was a bit ropey with it, but when I was thinking again about all the drills and everything like that, I was like, I do understand now, and it just came into my mind again. It's not like I had to learn it all again. It was just like, oh, it came to me after I think once or twice I was just fucking on with the weapon system. I was like, oh yeah, I understand that. I'm getting you from civilian to soldier, so if you would like to join me in that process, click the link in the description.